Hello, internet friends. I am running on like 3 hours of sleep right now. I am exhausted, but someone tipped me off to the fact that there is some insane vintage at this Goodwill. So I had no other choice but to go check it out. So fingers crossed, they sent me some photos and this was yesterday. So fingers crossed, these items are still here. I don't know if I have faith in this Goodwill, but we're going to go check it out. So without further ado, I am like praying to the thrift gods that these items are still there. Also, for anybody curious, the Goodwill that I am currently at is the one right next door to Plato's Closet in Las Vegas. But sadly, Plato's Closet has closed, which that is news to me. The good news is though, Jollibee is almost done. The amount of excitement that I have towards Jollibee opening is unmatched. Still here.
You guys know the drill. I'm terrible at speaking in public, so cue the awkward voiceover. Naturally, I wanted to beeline it over to the jeans. However, I did want to spend a little extra time looking at bottoms. I am still diligently looking for a long denim maxi skirt and any type of cute shorts, just because summer is going to creep up on us so gosh darn quickly. I did find some really good stuff to add to my Poshmark store. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of this influencer, I make it a point to never pass on this brand. There is definitely still a market for them. I rarely take my time to look at menswear, but I did have a little extra luck this time with a new rack that rolled out and found some All Saints and Ted Baker. And one of my favorite vintage labels to find, Custo Barcelona. It's such a good Y2K label. I also found this Marc Jacobs pea coat. I did pass on it because it wasn't in the best condition, but it was kind of fun to sit there and admire it. Just recently, I did a deep dive on Marc Jacobs and watched a bunch of videos on his style, and someone pointed out the fact that he's very childlike in how he creates, and he just loves to play with like primary colors, bold prints. I'm starting to understand the attention to detail that went into them. And it's been such a huge shift in my overall like consumption and how I look at fashion. Last piece that I stumbled on is a little bit controversial. It's a Skims maxi dress. Now, I'm by no means a Skims fan. One element to my job that I like to take note of is the fact that I find things that are on trend the second time around. I thought it was really interesting to see the amount of pilling and just washwear that had already been done to this garment. I think there's a little bit of life left in this piece. Do I expect to get $100 for it? No, but I do think I will take the risk on seeing if this will sell just based on style. And also, not to mention, I kind of want to try it on for myself and see how it looks.
Mission accomplished, pants acquired.
Okay, you guys, we are back and I am running on more than 8 hours of sleep, thank goodness. Now, as you guys can see, that haul was very, very small, which is typically how I tend to do things when I'm at the thrift store. I don't buy in abundance. However, I did hoard some clothes for the end of this week so I can do a proper haul. So without further ado, let's talk about some of the things that I picked up, including those denim pants. Let's get started. Okay, first and foremost, wouldn't be a lauravonv haul without one of these bad boys. It's like, I just see that little face and I'm just like, ah. There's really not much to say about this. I am curious though, do you guys think this is a Christmas time kitten or is this just a fashionably fashion forward plaid wearing cat? Is it fashion or is it just a cat? Okay, let's just dive right into these Frontier Lady denim jeans. This was such a fun find. And first and foremost, I just want to say thank you so much to my friend for reaching out to me and letting me know that those denim jeans were there. Now, I did a little bit of research on these bad boys and man, oh man, it was so much fun to do a deep dive into this. It turns out in 2019, they did do a reproduction line of this. So you can actually get your hands on a newer version of these if that's something that you're looking for. I found a little blurb online straight out of the fashion archives. So here it goes. In the early 1950s, Lee Frontier Lady pants capitalized on the increasing popularity of Western attire, not only through its name, but also through details. Arrow-shaped fancy dart belt loops, pearl snaps found on cowboy shirts, and a horse-led stagecoach design on its interior woven label. That same year, actress Joyce Holden wore the Frontier Lady in the rodeo film Bronco Buster. Now, of course, the proper way to wear these is to do the classic pinup roll cuff. perfection. There's a really obscure reference that I have. This moment just lives rent-free in my head, but if you've ever seen the movie It's a Wonderful Life, there's a scene where Mary has a baseball cap on and it is just facing straight up. And for some reason, that was such an iconic fashion moment to me. I don't know why, but I constantly revisit those images. And whenever I think of that like decade or that era of fashion, I always just want to throw on an upward turned baseball cap. It completely takes on a totally different look nowadays, but it's just my ode to It's a Wonderful Life and Mary's killer fashion. Okay, you guys, let's do it. Let's talk about the Skims piece. Now, like I said, I was very surprised. This had a lot of pilling on it. I think it's blatantly obvious, like Skims is fast fashion. That's been proven time and time again. But sometimes it just takes that extra moment to like surprise me that much more and just be like, yeah, these pieces are not gonna stand the test of time, but they are so expensive. They are mid-tier luxury prices. And the fact that this happens to them is just shocking to me. Anyways, let's see how they actually look on. Okay, so here's the thing. I have the Skims dress on. I just don't want to stand up. This is literally one of those pieces that you have to wear like shapewear underneath the shapewear. Isn't that the whole point of Skims? Is it shapewear? This for me personally, I just feel wildly uncomfortable in. And I've recognized that with age. It has nothing to do with like, I don't want to present this. It just more has to do with like, I just am a creature of comfort and this is wildly uncomfortable. I also had to wear my tallest heels in order to make this work. But I mean, personally, I'm gonna stick to my comfortable sweatpants. Thanks, Skims. Speaking of pieces that are falling apart, but I will not pass up on, this vintage 1970s Collegiate Pacific label t-shirt. I about screamed when I saw this. It is falling apart, it's cracking in so many places, but this is such a fun like nostalgia movie history style t-shirt. As a person who at one point in their life wanted to work in Hollywood specifically, but then got a little bit of jaded to Hollywood the moment she moved there, this still holds a piece of my heart. I have such a love and admiration for the movie industry as far as storytelling goes, as far as artistry goes. So this to me, even though I feel like the movie industry has kind of fallen apart at the seams, I might hold on to this one in my personal collection for a little while. She is an icon, she is a moment, she is the style. I don't even need to put together a look, okay? She just is falling apart, but that's vintage patina perfection. This is another piece that I am so excited to style up. I feel like at this time of year, cobalt blue always seems to have a moment. But every single year, I specifically end up going to the thrift store and being like, I need to throw some cobalt. I gotta get some cobalt color tones back in my life. And now this is going to be a monochromatic dream. So let's style this piece up, shall we? You guys know I need to pair these with this look. Like this just, it finishes it. It's got the little pop of orange. I'm a product of the 80s. Next up, this piece was a no-brainer for me. This is definitely like a 1970s take on Edwardian fashion, and I always get so excited when I see these. This look is definitely meant for someone in their villain era, I have decided. Now, I am talking a lot about dresses lately because I can feel it. I can feel it in the air. Like, it's gonna get hot, like 0 to 60 around here. So I'm just like, I'm prepping for it, you know? I am ready for that dress weather. It is happening and it is happening soon. I have a handful of dresses here. Some of them are party glam dresses and others are like everyday dresses, but every single one of these pieces is vintage, so I'm very excited about them. This is just a classic 1980s day dress. I love the style on this. If this dress doesn't show how ready I am for spring to just happen already, I don't know what does. I also feel like anytime you have a belt that has a little extra length to it, just tucking it under and giving it more of a structured look. I absolutely love how that pulls an outfit together. I don't know why, but it just like, it elevates it, you know? This one I got specifically for myself because I knew I wanted to do some layering on this piece. This is like a early 2000s Ellie Tahari. This is one of those really good examples of like a brand doesn't matter. It's the style that we're going for. This is one of those looks that people critique and go, is it Paris Fashion Week or is it a look? I like to exist in that realm. Nothing wrong with that. We are seeing such a rise in the ruffles and the florals and just everything. And this is like, dude, it's already been done. Sorry guys. Your mom already styled this up and made it look fantastic in the 80s. You're just a copycat. This is a 1980s, maybe early 90s label. and it looks like it could literally walk off the runway today. It's the ruffles and the flower detail for me. It's also the needing to pin it in the back too for me. This is another one that I believe is going in my personal collection, but I just had to share it with you guys because it is so beautiful. I kind of want to layer this. Like I want to figure out some ways to kind of bring this in and maybe modernize it in a little way. I recently had someone leave a comment on an older video of mine saying that like, I don't make vintage look modern. I don't like getting into arguments or confrontations online. Like I'm like, dude, if that's your opinion, that's totally fine. Like stick with it. But I don't think I'm necessarily trying to make them look like they are something straight off the runway. There's such a thing as vintage patina. That to me is very valuable in clothing. Having that little extra wear, that like oomph, it's already broken in for ya. That's not everybody's taste. I get that. That's like the beauty of the internet is we can all find our own little taste, okay? Me? I like old stuff. I like stuff that has patina to it and looks like it's worn in. I also just like saying the word patina. Anyways, this definitely is dated. There's no way that I'm gonna be able to take this and make it look modern, but you know what? I'm gonna wear it anyways. And people are gonna be like, oh my gosh, where'd you get that? I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, it's a vintage. And they're gonna be like, I know. This was definitely one of those dresses that when I put it on, I thought I was gonna do so many layering things. I thought I was gonna put a t-shirt on. I thought I was gonna do a belt. Until I saw the shape of the dress and I was like, no, this just needs a moment of her own all by herself. Do you find the dress before you find the husband? Is that a thing? Does that happen? Okay, next party dress. A vintage 1980s, whoa boy, this is blowing the camera out. Gunny sacks. Now this is not the Edwardian style 1970s gunny sacks. Gunny sacks definitely did a gradual transition into dresses like this. They don't hold as much value as their like bohemian Edwardian style pieces. However, I will never pass up on a gunny sacks that looks like this. I just love all of the vintage fairy tale moments that I'm having in this video. It's so random, but it's fun. Pay no attention to the clip on the back. Tricks of the trade. This is like the style cocktail dresses that I loved to wear in my early 20s. These are so flattering, and I feel like there's such a mixed opinion on if these should be coming back into style or not. And I'm sorry, but like those bubble dresses are so fun. Like anything that just kind of poofs out in all the right places and just gives you like layer and depth. I can't pass on these, and I'm so excited to see them coming back around. Like it makes me so happy. Ruffle, floral, bow, studs, everything. I know the discord on the internet right now is people are pissed that they're back in style, but for me personally, I'm like, bring on the bubble dresses. I love them. Okay, last piece. Whew. I don't know why, but today's try-on session feels like it was a lot more of a workout and like more intense than other ones. I don't know if it was just because it was a bunch of party dresses and I don't normally do that. We're ending with a bang here, okay? I think this is my personal favorite. Although now that I'm remembering all of the personal favorites that I've had over this last like 5 different try-ons, yeah, no, my favorite I think is still gonna be the white dress. But this one probably takes second place. Did I just want to try this dress on personally? Yes, I did. It was one of those moments where I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do everything in my power to have a moment with this dress, try it on, and then rehome it because gosh darn it, it is adorable. Okay, you guys, that is it for this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little thrift with me / try on / style / rant style video. It's what I do best. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. As always, like, comment, subscribe. If you guys enjoyed this video, I might have a couple extra you might like right here and right here. Whew. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.